and welcome to day 3 of the YouTube Organic Marketing Boot Camp. So let's go ahead and talk about what we've learned already in day 1 and 2. And it's been kind of crazy, right, you guys? All the stuff that we've learned and all the things that you can do in YouTube. So Monday night, your homework was to check out YouTube, check your profile, see what kind of things are being recommended for you, so you can kind of get an idea of how those tags work and how YouTube delivers those videos to someone when they're watching videos. And then yesterday, your assignment was to create a new YouTube channel. And how many of you guys were able to do that? Anybody? Dominic did, Davina did, yay, Gabriel did. That is fantastic. Phoenix, were you able to do it?
Yeah, it's there. Very simple, but it's there. Yay. Guys, they're doing DIY here, so sorry about the noise.
No, that's okay. We'll take you any way we can get you, that's for sure. But yeah, it's actually very simple. And what I suggest to do is that you take the channel that's on your main profile that says like Shelly Turner, and then create another channel that's actually for your business. So you have your main channel that's under your name, and then you're going to create another channel that's for your actual business. And then if you've got several businesses, you can do several business channels that are underneath that main account, that main email. Okay, so it's actually really easy to do. So the other day when I actually created a channel for you, what I will probably do is actually go in, and I've got 3 domains that I purchased that are for 3 different businesses, and I'll create 3 new channels along with that primary channel, 3 new channels to cover my 3 new businesses that I'll be creating. And they'll have the name of the business on the channel. So that's how I'm going to kind of tackle that, to make sure I have videos available and a channel available for those particular businesses. Okay. So do you guys have any questions so far about creating a channel, doing the initial setup, setting up your images, setting up the settings? Is there anything that you were not sure about or confused about? And I think I might have frozen. So anything you're confused about or not sure about? Gerard, I think I see a hand go up.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. I did my setup of the YouTube channel. I didn't do the video, but I did that. And this is what I wanted to talk about, Shelly. And you're talking just about it now regarding your primary channel. Let's say Shelly or myself, Gerard, and then you do your business channel. What would you put on your primary channel? How would you brand it?
I would probably not put anything, because I'm not going to give out that channel link. What I'm going to do is give out the links to my other channels that are set up specifically for my business.
Okay, that answer makes sense, yes. Because I didn't know what to do with this one. I thought, okay, this one could be for myself, considered to be like a dashboard almost, you know, something where I control the other channels for my businesses. So this is what it is.
That's exactly the way I do it now. Is every single one of my Gmail accounts, the primary email, they have a channel, of course, but nothing's on them. I actually have individual channels off of that, which are the sub-channels. And those sub-channels are actually my business channels.
Makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shelly, I have a question about that.
Okay.
If you can hear me, I don't know. I've got earphones on. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. There's always this emphasis on personal branding, etc. So my understanding is that, and this is also David Welsh's advice when I spoke to him at Everest UK, is if we have a YouTube channel, you have got a channel in your personal name, like Phoenix A. Lindy, which is mine at the moment, because that is your personal brand. And my understanding now, augmented from what you are saying, says have that, but then also have a different channel for my agency and or sub projects and or different side business, however it goes. Let's say if I have I don't know, an agency, and then next to the agency there's a course building business or whatever sprouting off it. So that would be one main channel and then 2 side channels.
Yeah, and what David said, or Dave, Dan, I can't remember his name, but what he said was absolutely true. Branding is so important. Branding is important for your channel. So if you are trying to brand yourself, so I'm the Builder All Diva, I might have a channel that's me because I'm branding myself as the Builder All Diva. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I brand it as Shelly Turner, unless I'm trying to brand myself as Shelly Turner, right? The person that is a coach or the person that is a mentor. And if I'm trying to brand myself as that, but with my name, then absolutely I would build up that personal channel. But if I'm trying to build up a company and brand the actual company, then I'm like, I don't know, a social media explosion, right? Then I may want a channel that actually brands the company and it has me in there doing the training, right? But I'm actually not trying to brand me, Shelly Turner. I'm trying to get the name of the company, the brand of the company out there. So there, to me, there's two different things. If you are trying to brand yourself so that people recognize your name and identify with you and what you do, then build up that personal channel. If you're trying to brand the company, then build up the company channel with you in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then the next question is, do we do both?
Well, yeah, absolutely. If you want to build your own brand and be identified as you, then absolutely. And what that's going to do is you brand yourself, and then you brand your company, and then you start doing those related channels, right? Then you've got this spider web going on, and people are going to just find you. You guys have all done this, right? Where you've been surfing on the internet, and you're like, don't even know how you got somewhere. You're like, I must have clicked there, then went up there, then went down there, then went over here, and now I'm here. How did I get here? That's what you're trying to make with your website, your YouTube channels, your Facebook groups. Everything is interconnected and intertwined. So if you've got a personal YouTube channel and then you've got a business YouTube channel, you can connect those by related channels. You can connect those by putting the links on your Facebook groups. So that person ends up on your channel and they're like, I don't even know how I got here, but I'm glad I made it here. So that's kind of what we do with this internet thing, is we keep building our spider web up so they find us, whether it's on purpose or accidental. Does that make sense?
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
You're so welcome. That's the fun part to me of this whole online digital marketing space, is that we get to build the spider web. And sometimes the spider web is so crazy, we don't even know how they got to us. Because you've got Twitter stuff out there, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got YouTube, you've got a website, you've got chat bots, you've got all these different places they can go. And sometimes it's crazy when you talk to a person and say, by the way, how did you find me? They're like, yeah, I was on the underwater basket weaving site and I saw your link and decided to click it. Like, how did that get there? So it's really funny when you start to build this spider web, it just kind of grows organically. And that's that organic marketing piece, right? So you want to keep building that spider web, keep putting those things out there, because they're all hopefully going to lead back to you, whether they find you on purpose or by accident. Both ways is organic, right? And that's what we want, to be able to get leads and build our business. So today we're going to actually talk some more about YouTube, and we're going to talk about uploading a video, creating a video, uploading a video, and then what do we do when we get it uploaded. So I want to go ahead and show you guys how I create videos, and you guys are probably going to get a kick out of it. So I'm going to actually create a video from scratch in front of you guys. That's the other thing I was testing, was could I do a Zoom live and be able to use Screencast-O-Matic at the same time? And guess what, you guys? I can, because I have 2 cameras and 2 microphones. So is there anything that you guys in particular want me to do a video about? Go ahead, Dominic.
Underwater basket weaving.
I don't have a swimming pool and I don't have the necessary supplies. But what I thought about doing, since it was Gerald, I think, and Gerald is not here. So let me see if I can get Gerald here. Hold on, let me do an invite, copy URL, and I'm gonna find him and see if I can get him in here. There we go. I think that was him. Nope, that's Bobby Taylor. Hold on. Bobby Taylor got an invite. All right, so I got Gerald an invitation so he can come in. But what I thought about doing was a quick video on how to use the power, how to take advantage of the power of the control button on a PC. For you guys that are in Macs, that would be the command button, I think, for you guys. But would that be okay to show you guys how I would do a quick video on how to use control? Okay. So there, Bobby came in, so we're waiting on Gerald. But so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show how to use Control-C, Control-V, Control-A, and then how to use Control with Shift, and how to use Control with Control and highlight and Shift and highlight. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to do it in terms of the Pixel Perfect Builder. So let's go ahead and jump in to share my screen, and you guys will see exactly how I shoot a video. It's going to be fun. So let me click here and click here. Oh, and I got a new lead. Yay me. Woohoo. I think this is my account. Yep. All right, so we'll go into the Pixel Perfect Builder. And we'll just open an empty website. So I'm going to go to new website. And I'm going to go to blank page. And I'm going to pick the real blank page. Click edit. There we go. And then save, because save is the very first thing I always do. So boot camp day 3, and then send, and then save. So I always do a dry run through before I actually do the training. So what I'm going to do is show them how I can pull a box in. So I'm going to go to boxes and click any old box and bring it in. And now I've got that box, and I would like to have a second box. So I'm going to hold down Control and the letter C, and then Control and the letter V as in violin. And that creates a carbon copy of what I've done. So when I click Control-C, it doesn't look like anything's happened, but it's actually put that information on the clipboard. And so when it's on the clipboard, when I hold down the Control button and press the letter V as in violin, it creates a copy for me, an exact copy of what I had copied previously with Control-C. So then the next thing I'm going to show them is when we go to the plus sign, and we add an image. So right here, image. And I'm just going to drop in any old image right here. And I'm going to right click it and go to change image. Now this brings up my digital file repository. And this is where all of my pictures are at for my websites. And I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to click add directory. And I'm going to create a new one. So I'm just going to call this testing. Just like that. And then I'm going to add that directory. So there's nothing in there. And now I'm going to talk about how to add multiple pictures into my directory at once. So I'm going to click the upload, and I'm going to find some pictures. So I'll go to documents, and I'll go to Builderall. And I don't think that was the right one, so we'll try it again. We'll go to the D drive and Builderall, and we'll go to graphics. And so here I've got several different images that I would like to add to my digital file repository. So I can either choose where I want to start. And if I want all of these images at the same time, I can hold down the shift button and then click from the beginning part to the ending part. So click just like that. And it will highlight everything in between where I clicked first and where I clicked last. So all of these are about to be uploaded. Now, in my brain, I'm going, holy crap, I don't want all those. I want only certain ones. So I just click again, and that will deselect, And now I can hold the control button down and I can click the exact ones I want to be uploaded. So as I can hold that control button down, actually I'm still holding it down, I can actually click and select, or I can click and deselect, and it will deselect the item that I selected before. So I can click a few of these, and then I can click open, and what that's going to do is it's going to upload 4 at a time so that I don't have to do these onesies. It will drive you nuts trying to do it one at a time. So that's what I'm going to show them on Control C, Control V, and being able to use Shift versus Control. And then the last one I'm going to show is if I just wanted to upload the whole entire file, the folder, I could click into the folder and hold my control button down and click the letter A. And when I do the letter A, it selects everything. So if I did that here, it would select everything in this folder. And if I clicked open, it would actually open everything and upload it into my digital file repository. So those are the things I'm going to teach on this training. So I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. That's good? We ran through it. It all works, right? Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Good, good. So let's do it. I'm going to show you how I do it now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and I'm going to come out of here because I want to start a brand new website to be able to do that. And then I'll start at the very beginning with Builderall. So I just want to make sure I'm starting at the very beginning. There we go. And now I'm going to open Screencast-O-Matic because that's what I use most of the time. And I'm going to hit the record button. And I have the choice with Screencast-O-Matic to just shoot my screen, just grab my webcam, or actually do both. It's set on both right now, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot my screen only. That way I don't have an extra picture in here. And then another setting that I do to get ready to do this is the top part. I really don't want to show that so much, like all the tabs that I have open, because typically when I'm shooting videos, I have like 52 tabs open. It's ridiculous. And I also don't want to show the bottom because that's got the date on it. And people are really funny about videos sometimes. They'll look at the date, and if it's older than a couple months old, they're like, this is crap. And they won't even watch it because they can see the date. So the way to get rid of that while you're working on a video is to just hit F11. So if I hit F11, the top part goes away, the bottom part goes away, and now it's showing the full screen without any of that top part or any of that bottom part. Okay, let me take a look at you guys to make sure you saw that. Do you see that? So you can take away the top part where the tabs are, and you can take away the bottom part where the date and the time is. And that's going to create kind of a cleaner look to your video, so your person isn't looking at the date going, man, you think they could have shot a newer video? This is 2 months old. So that will help your videos stay a little bit evergreen, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And now I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I want to make sure that I've got my camera set up on screen, which it is, and my microphone looks like it's working really well. And I might have to actually reset some of the, there we go. Let me record it and see how it sounds. So testing, testing, testing. So testing, testing, testing. It's a little crackly, but we'll go with it. Let me see if my webcam will work. So testing, 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 testing. So testing, 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 testing. Well, I'll set it down a little bit because it's kind of hot. So testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. That's a little better. We'll go with that. Okay, so we're shooting the screen. We've got the webcam microphone, and I'm actually good to go. So I'm ready to start shooting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So you guys get ready. Here we go. Hi, I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team, and I wanted to show you how to use a special function that you can use inside of Builderall and outside of Builderall, and that's the control key on your keyboard. I'm actually really excited to show this to you because this is something you'll be able to use inside of Builderall and outside of Builderall. So let's take a look at how to use it. I'm going to show you first how to use it in the Pixel Perfect Builder. So I'm going to click right here, and then I'm going to go to enter, and we're going to open up a blank, empty website so you can take a look at how I would use the control key. So we're going to open it up, and it's thinking really hard. And y'all, when stuff like this happens, I do a like that, and it's going to make a really big audio bump, and I can actually start editing from there. So I'm not sure why this is not opening. So I'm going to F11, and we'll see if that does it. And it's loading it. It's just really, really slow. And this is all editable, so I will show you how I go ahead and edit this out as well. So now we're in the site list, and I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new website so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to click New Site. And then I'm going to go with a blank page. And I'm going to choose the actual blank page, and I'm going to click Edit. And it's going to open the editor for me, and we can start working inside of the editor right away. Now, the first thing I do every single time I open a brand new website in the editor is I click Save to make sure that everything I have set up will save for me. So we'll do this as practice control. There we go. And we'll click Send. And then I'm going to click Save. And now I'm able to work inside of the editor and do whatever editing I want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a box inside of the editor. So I'm going to click plus, and then I'm going to go to boxes and lines, and I'm just going to pick any old box. So we'll choose this one right here. So we really like that box. That's a beautiful box, and we decide we want 2 of them. Now you can go in and click the plus button again. You can go to boxes and lines again, and you can click that box again. But there's actually a much faster way, and that is to copy it and paste it. And to do that very, very quickly, you're going to use your control button, and you're going to use the letter C to copy and the letter V as in violin to paste. So what I'm going to do is click the box. I'm going to hold down the control button, and I'm going to hit the letter C. So I'm holding down the control at the same time that I hit the letter C on my keyboard. Now, it doesn't look like anything happened. In fact, that just looks like nothing happened. But what actually happened is it took an image of this box, an example of this box, and put it on the clipboard. And now I'm able to paste it. So I can paste it by holding the control button down and hitting the letter V as in violin. And so it's now pasted an exact copy of that box right here. Now there's we can do this with just about any element in the Pixel Perfect Builder. So if I go to plus and I go to text and I pull in a text area, so I have the text element now, I can type the text in and get it exactly the way I want it. And if I really, really like that, I can hold the control button down, hit the letter C, and then control button and the letter V as in violin, and it will actually copy that whole thing. Now we have another neat feature that we can do. If you take this text and you, we'll make it a little bit smaller here. So we'll make it smaller. There we go. And we'll put it inside of this box. So now that text is attached to the box. And if I move that box around, the text is going to go with it. And I'm like, wow, I am so impressed with myself. I made a box with text and it looks beautiful. I want another one just like that. I can actually now click on the box and hit Control C and then Control V, and it copies the box with the text. So everything that's attached to the box will actually be copied with it. So this is actually really powerful because once you start building things in your website and you're spacing things the way you want them to go, you'll be able to copy them once you get it exactly the way you want it. And then you can just make some very basic changes and it will make things a lot easier. So let's look at another way that we can use this control button. And this is really exciting. Let's say that I wanted to add an image. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these boxes, kind of get them out of the way so they're not bugging us. And I'm going to go to plus, and then I'm going to go to image, and I'm going to click the image. So now I've got this image here, and I have to change the image to what I want. And let's say that I've got a whole collection of images that I want to go ahead and upload to my digital file repository. So I don't have to keep doing it one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to change image. And then from here, it's going to pull up my digital file repository so I can see all of the images that I have available. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom where I've got my testing folder. And I can choose these images if I want to. But what I'm actually going to do is upload some new images. So I'm going to click upload. And I'm going to go down here to where I have some images right here. And what I can do is I can choose to just click one of them and upload them one at a time. Boring, boring, boring. We don't like boring to build it all. So what I can also do is hold the shift button down, just the shift button, and I can choose from one item and then go all the way down and click another item while I'm holding the shift button down, and it will actually select everything between the first I clicked and the second item I clicked. But that's a lot of images to upload at one time. And I might think, oh my gosh, I don't want to upload that many, I just want a few. So what I could do is click outside of that, and now I can click my first one that I want, and then hold down the control button, and now any of them that I click, it's only going to choose that item to upload. So I can select items that are not one right after another, that can be scattered all over the place. So I can choose all those, and then I can choose to open, and it will only upload those items that I selected using the control button. There's another really neat feature you can do, which is using the control button again, and that is Control A, which is where you select all. So if I wanted to upload some more, I could go into upload again, and instead of choosing only a few or scattered few, I can hold the control button down and hit the letter A, and it will actually select all of them. And now if I hit open, it would have all of these coming into my digital file repository instead of just one, or instead of just a few. We won't upload all these. This is a lot of images. But I'm going to go ahead and select one of these images to add to my image here. And this one's still compressing, so we'll give it a little bit of time to finish because it must be a fairly large size picture. And then once all of the ones that you've uploaded are done compressing, you pick the one that you want to use, and then you click confirm. So now we've used that image, okay, and we'll make it a little bit smaller here. We don't need it so big. And now let's say I want another image, okay. I can choose to go to the plus sign and then go to image and then pull in the image placeholder, or I can do it using the control button. I can click on this image, do Control C to copy it, and Control V to paste it. Now I've got two of these. And now all I have to do is right click it and go to change image. And I go right into my digital file repository. I find my image and I click on it and it's changed. So there's using control with Control C, Control V, Control A, and then being able to hold control down and pick files that you want to upload. It's a lot faster to be able to get things done inside of the Pixel Perfect. And this is an exciting tool to use because it also works inside of Word, PowerPoint, and a lot of things that you use every day in your business. I hope that helps you out. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Okay, so that was really quick how to do it. What do you guys think? Yeah? So did you see how I did the clap, clap? I'm going to show you in a minute why that's important, okay? So I do basically one-take videos. If I make a mistake, I still keep plowing through. And what I'll do is I'll go through those videos and edit out the mistakes. And if it's an egregious mistake, right? So instead of saying go to the top left, I made a mistake and I said go to the top right. I'm going to show you how I can fix that in Screencast-O-Matic, okay? So you guys ready to look at some editing stuff with me? Okay, let's do it. Let me pull in Gerald and pull in Norris. There we go. And then I'll go ahead and share my screen and let's take a look at what we got. So now that I'm done with the video, I'm going to go ahead and click save and upload. And that's going to open up Screencast-O-Matic for me and let me maximize the screen so you guys can see it really well. And I've got some choices. I can save it as a video file now, or I can upload it directly to Screencast-O-Matic. They give you a certain amount of gigabytes to be able to upload, but I actually never upload to Screencast-O-Matic. Or you can upload straight to YouTube, or you can upload to a Dropbox. There's actually more options. I could go straight to Vimeo. I could go straight to Google Drive. What I usually do is the first thing I do with it is just edit. So I'm going to click the edit button right here. And now I'm in edit mode, and I can start editing this to get it ready to submit to YouTube. And you can see my audio down here at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and make that bigger. So there's a little plus sign right here. And then I'm going to go, you can make it bigger, like small size, bigger medium size, or bigger really big size. I usually do medium because I'm old and blind and I have to be able to see it. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to actually just listen to what I did. So you guys, I'm not sure if you'll hear it, but we'll see what happens. Hi, I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team, and I wanted to show you how to use a special function that you can use inside of Builderall and outside of Builderall, and that's the control key on your keyboard. I'm actually really excited to show this to you because this is something you'll be able to use inside of Builderall and outside of Builderall. So let's take a look at how to use it. I'm going to show you first how to use it in the Pixel Perfect Builder. So I'm going to click right here, and then I'm going to go to Enter, and we're going to open up a blank empty website so you can take a look at how I would use the control key. We're going to open it up, and it's thinking really hard. So that part I'd probably take out. So I'd go to Tools and Cut, and then I'm just going to click and drag all the way over where I want to pull it out. And all I'm going to do is drag it to where I started talking again, and then click OK. Now all that's gone. Now I would use the control key. And y'all, when stuff like this happens, I do a like that, and it's going to make a really big audio bump, and I can actually start editing from there. So I'm not sure why this is not opening. So I'm going to F11. So I can pull all that out. So I'm going to click right here, go to Cut again, and just highlight all that. People don't need it. I can pull it all out. So there's my bump again. Do you see how that's critical that I do that double clap? Because what I did was when it came back the way I wanted it to look, I did another double clap so I can see where I want my cut to go. So I'm just gonna do the little indicator right there and click that arrow. And all of that red area, when I click OK, it's gonna be gone. So now let's take a look at what it looks like. I would use the control key. So now we're in the site list, and I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new website so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to click New Site. And now this dead area right here, they don't need to see all that, so I'll do Cut, and I'll just cut it a little bit to take out all that dead space because they just don't need to see it all loading. So I'm going to click New Site, and then I'm going to go with a blank page. So that's all I do, guys, is just delete all that blank area because we don't need it. And I'm going to choose the actual blank page, and I'm going to click Edit. I'm just taking out the blank stuff still. And it's going to open the editor for me, and we can start working inside of the editor right away. Now, the first thing I do every single time I open a brand new website in the editor is I click Save to make sure that everything I have set up will save for me. So we'll do this as Practice Control. There we go. And we'll click Send. And then I'm going to click Save. And now I'm able to work inside of the editor and do whatever editing I want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a box inside of the editor. So I'm going to click plus. And then I'm going to go to Boxes and Lines. And I'm just going to pick any old box. So we'll choose this one right here. So we really like that box. That's a beautiful box. And we decide we want 2 of them. Now you can go in and click the plus button again. You can go to Boxes and Lines again, and you can click that box again. But there's actually a much faster way, and that is to copy it and paste it. And to do that very, very quickly, you're going to use your control button, and you're going to use the letter C to copy, and the letter V as in violin to paste. So what I'm going to do is click the box. I'm going to hold down the control button, and I'm going to hit the letter C. So I'm holding down the control at the same time that I hit the letter C on my keyboard. Now, it doesn't look like anything happened. In fact, that just looks like nothing happened. But what actually happened is... So I'm going to take that second time that I said that out, that doesn't look like anything happened. In fact, that just looks like nothing happened. But what, so I'll just click and drag over that, just like that. So now I only say it once. The letter C on my keyboard. That doesn't look like anything happened. But what actually happened is it took an image of this box, an example of this box, and put it on the clipboard. And now I'm able to paste it. So I can paste it by holding the control button down and hitting the letter V as in violin. And so it's now pasted an exact copy of that box right here. Now there's, we can do this with just about any. So I did it, I hate my us. So yeah, there's, we can do this. So I'm gonna take that out. Just like that. A copy of that box right here. We can do this with just about any element in the Pixel Perfect Builder. So if I go to plus and I go to text and I pull in a text area, so I have the text element now, I can type the text in and get it exactly the way I want it. And if I really, really like that, I can hold the control button down, hit the letter C, and then control button and the letter V as in violin. It will actually copy that whole thing. Now we have another neat feature that we can do. If you take this text and you, we'll make it a little bit smaller here. So we'll make it smaller. There we go. And we'll put it inside of this box. So now that text is attached to the box. And if I move that box around, the text is going to go with it. And I'm like, wow, I am so impressed with myself. I made a box with text and it was beautiful. I want another one just like that. I can actually now click on the box and hit Control C and then Control V, and it copies the box with the text. So everything that's attached to the box will actually be copied with it. So this is actually really powerful because once you start building things in your website and you're spacing things the way you want them to go, you'll be able to copy them once you get it exactly the way you want it. And then you can just make some very basic changes and it will make things a lot easier. So let's look at another way that we can use this control button. And this is really exciting. Let's say that I wanted to add an image. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these boxes, kind of get them out of the way so they're not bugging us. Then I'm going to go to plus, and then I'm going to go to image, and I'm going to click the image. So now I've got this image here, and I have to change the image to what I want. And let's say that I've got a whole collection of images that I want to go ahead and upload to my digital file repository, so I don't have to keep doing it one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to change image. And then from here, it's going to pull up my digital file repository so I can see all of the images that I have available. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom where I've got my testing folder. And I can choose these images if I want to. But what I'm actually going to do is upload some new images. I'm going to click upload. And I'm going to go down here so I have some images right here. And what I can do is I can choose to just click one of them and upload them one at a time. Boring, boring, boring. We don't like boring filter off. So what I can also do is hold the shift button down, just the shift button. And I can choose from one item and then go all the way down and click another item while I'm holding the shift button down. And it will actually select everything between the first item I clicked and the second item I clicked. But that's a lot of images to upload at one time. And I might think, oh my gosh, I don't want to upload that many, I just want a few. So what I can do is click outside of that, and now I can click my first one that I want, and then hold down the control button, and now any of them that I click is only going to choose that item to upload. So I can select items that are not one right after another, they can be scattered all over the place. So I can choose all those, and then I can choose to open, and it will only upload those items that I selected using the control button. There's another really neat feature you can do, which is using the control button again, and that is Control A, which is where you select all. So if I wanted to upload some more, I could go into upload again, and instead of choosing only a few or scattered few, I can hold the control button down and hit the letter A, and it will actually select all of them. And now if I hit open, it would have all of these coming into my digital file repository instead of just one. or instead of just a few. We won't upload all these. This is a lot of images. But I'm going to go ahead and select one of these images to add to my image here. And this one's still compressing, so we'll give it a little bit of time to finish, because it must be a fairly large size picture. And then once all of the ones that you've uploaded are done compressing, you pick the one that you want to use, and then you click confirm. So now we've used that image, okay, and we'll make it a little bit smaller here. We don't need it so big. And now let's say I want another image, okay? I can choose. I'm going to take out that K because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. There we go. I can choose to go to the plus sign and then go to image and then pull in the image placeholder, or I can do it using the control button. I can click on this image, do control C to copy it, and control V to paste it. Now I've got two of these, and now all I have to do is right click it and go to change image, and I go right into my digital file repository. I find my image and I click on it and it's changed. So there's using control with control C, control V, control A, and then being able to hold control down and pick files that you want to upload. It's a lot faster to be able to get things done inside of the Pixel Perfect. And this is an exciting tool to use because it also works inside of Word, PowerPoint, and a lot of things that you use every day in your business. I hope that helps you out. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. All right, so that's going through the whole thing and editing. So let me stop and get y'all's input. You just saw exactly what I do when I create videos and do training. That is, there's no, I do not do it any other way, right? If the only exception is if I have to do a lot of editing and kind of layer things, then I might go into a different program like Movavi or Vidello or Camtasia. But of all the videos that I create, probably 97% of them are in Screencast-O-Matic, and they're done this exact way. Tyree, do you have a question?
Yes, first of all, I want to say thank you for this because I did not know that I can do that type of editing with Screencast-O-Matic. I had been doing videos and recording them in Zoom and then trying to go back and do stuff, but I didn't realize Screencast-O-Matic had updated tools like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions I had is the purpose of the clap. I didn't understand the purpose of that. And then the other thing, when you were editing you had to get to the part where it says tools. Did you right click on that spot and tools come up?
No, if you stop it, if you stop the playing, the tools will pop up. And then you can actually pick tools and then do whatever you want for editing.
Oh man, this is very helpful for me because I have to go back and I always have to go through and edit stuff out, and I did not know that I could do that with Screencast-O-Matic like that. Now, with what you were doing, the audio, when you upload the video, the audio still gonna sound like that?
Yes.
Is there any way to get the audio to sound to sound different?
If you want it louder, you can make it louder. If you want it softer, you can make it softer. And then Screencast-O-Matic did recently add where you can add a music track as well. So you can do that as well. But I rarely do music on mine, so it's not really anything that I've used a whole lot. But they've got music tracks available that you can add.
That Screencast-O-Matic has that in screen. Okay, that's great.
And that double clap, Tyree, that is. Let me kind of show you why I use that, because I may have made like an obvious mistake, right? And I'm like, it makes you almost want to stop what you're doing because you're like, crappity, crappity, crap. Now I got to start over again. With Screencast-O-Matic, you do not have to, because if you double clap, what's going to happen is there'll be a huge spike in the audio right there where you double clap. And that tells you that's a place that you got to edit.
Got it. See, that's why you're awesome.
I wish it was my idea, but I think I got it from Pat Flynn. But it was a great idea, and it's very easy. I rarely have to clap because I just kind of plow through it. You guys, you now see how I do it. But that double clap is just a really good indicator that you have to edit there. So that causes you to make sure you slow down to look at that area and make sure you edit. Especially if you're doing a long video, because I've done training videos that are, 20, 30, 40 minutes. And there's no way I can go back to the beginning and remember every single place that I might have made a mistake that I want to look at it closer and edit. So I do those double claps, and when I see them, I know for sure. Now I go through the whole thing and edit, but the double claps are just an indicator for me to say, hey, pay attention, you messed up here.
That makes a difference for me, because when I would mess up, I would always write down the time of the video that I messed up, then have to go back and find it when I'm editing. So this is really making a big difference, and it's going to really help save time when I'm doing video marketing.
And this will keep your flow going. When you just double clap, it's so easy to just kind of reset your brain. I don't know about you guys, but when you make a mistake and you're like, crap, let me write it down, let me figure out where it was. If you just do that double clap, you can just keep on going, because you can take it out.
And I love that, and that keeps me having to recall where I stopped, so that I can start back up again. So
that's exactly it. Yep,
yes.
Absolutely. Good. All right, I think I had another question. Gladys?
Yes, Shelley. How do you know the exact spot that you need to edit again? And when you're talking and you find out that you say and you want to cut that, how do you know exactly the amount of cutting that you need to know?
Let me show you so you can see exactly how I do it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And I'm going to see if I can find a spot that I can take out, maybe an or something like that. That looks like one. I'm actually really excited. So right here, this little, I said I, right? Because I kind of hesitated a little bit. Let me play it again. I'm actually really excited to show this. I did an I. So if I wanted to remove that, all I'd have to do is when you speak, there's peaks and there's valleys, because there's hesitation between each of the words. So this peak is me speaking, and the valley is the space between my words. So I can actually make this larger like this, and then I can see it really clearly, right? There's that area where I kind of messed up. So I could actually click right here at the beginning of it, go to Tools, go to Cut, and then I can drag over just that part, just like that, and then delete it out, and it's gone. It's like I never said it. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes?
But for sure, that's great, and I agree with Heidi. You're awesome. I need to open your brain.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm glad that I'm giving you some tools to be able to do these videos. Let me go to Gabriel and see what Gabriel has.
Hi, Shelley. Great training. If I record in any other type of format or capacity or Zoom, can I upload a video in Screencast-O-Matic and do all this editing?
You absolutely can. If you have an MP4 video, you can actually import it, and it imports it just like if you shot it inside of Screencast-O-Matic, and you can do any editing just like if you made it in Screencast-O-Matic.
And if I'm on camera like this, I can. That's fine also, right?
Yes.
And if I do the clap in Zoom like this, do I still see that clap on the outline on the bottom, you think?
You probably will not, because it's not going to be as pronounced, because the clap ends up getting that peak because you hit the microphone that way, right? It's a peak caused by the microphone.
Yeah, but I have the mic right here, so.
But if you do it in Zoom, it's part of the video. It's not hitting your microphone in Screencast-O-Matic to cause that big peak. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So come up with another. Okay, cut.
Yeah, or just have a safe word. Crappity crap. If you hear crappity crap, that's where you have to edit.
And when you hear it, yeah, you go back and just
But yeah, you'll learn your system. I mean, you guys may not like the clap. You may do something else. It's all fine. David Long might have a bullhorn, and he might go, "Oh, God," and you know that would make him stop and edit right there. So it doesn't matter what it is that you do, just whatever makes you comfortable as you're shooting the videos.
Does it also matter how long the video? If it's a 2-hour video, can you still upload it, or is there a limit?
Nope, I've uploaded amazingly long videos and edited.
Yeah, because then you might cut it, and it goes down from a 2-hour to an hour and a half or something, you know. Or I want to cut it in different pieces, you know what I mean? So you do like a training, you know, and I have 10 videos out of an hour and a half.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very good.
Cool. So it's better to, I'm sure you're more familiar. Screencast-O-Matic, it looks very easy to me. I got to come to Camtasia, but it's a nightmare. I'm just going nuts. I got to get an editor to work with that, you know, and I know Camtasia is advanced. So being able to use Screencast-O-Matic, it should be just fine, right? I mean,
yeah, there's a free version of Screencast-O-Matic, and then the paid version is actually, I paid $30 for 3 years. I think it's now at $50 for 3 years. But it's a fabulous price for that product. Honestly, as many videos as I've shot, I think I owe Screencast-O-Matic some money actually.
And if I use a different mic, you know, when you're recording, because going into Screencast-O-Matic, if you got that mic set properly to be nice and solid and clear, it should record just like that, correct? Yep,
absolutely.
Those
and
in the
you can pick your mic. So if you have several mics on your computer, you've got an onboard mic, you've got a USB mic, you can pick which one you want to use, and you can set the levels. The onboard mic, usually you cannot set the levels, but if you've got like a USB mic, it will allow you to set the levels so that the sound is really good.
Yeah, thank you. Great job.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me get to David Long, and then I'll get Gerard.
Thanks, Shelley. Thanks. Quick, two very quick questions, right?
Okay.
We all have our video editors, right? Some of them are, as Gabriel said, complicated. I use PowerDirector 13, which I find okay. But this is so handy to edit, right?
Yes,
now, a big question I have is, can you import a video to edit on Screencast-O-Matic?
Yes, you absolutely can. That's actually what Gabriel was just asking.
Oh,
you can import a video, and then it treats it just like you made it inside of Screencast-O-Matic, and you can edit that video.
Brilliant. Then what plan? There's a $150 and there's a $4 plan at the moment.
I actually don't know what I have.
Like I see there's one referring to ads, and
let me check, you guys, because I'll tell you exactly what I have. I'll just log in and tell you the exact one I have. Screen.
And by the way, it has green screen as well.
Yes, it does.
It's really cool.
So logging in, I have what do I have?
Solo Deluxe, Solo Premier. Do you have hosting?
I have the Deluxe, and I got 6 years free, so I'm good to go until 2024.
Oh, wow. Nice one. Okay, I go, Solo. Okay, thanks a million.
You're welcome.
Well done, well done. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm trying to find you guys again. So yeah, I had the Premiere Pro Deluxe, whatever it's called, and Screencast-O-Matic does have an affiliate link. So once you guys sign up, get your affiliate link and share that with other people too. And you can be in a situation like I am, where I don't have to pay for a while because I've gotten so many referrals that it doesn't pay you money, but it actually pays you to get a renewal. Okay. So definitely share that with your people and with your team. All right. Who is next? Gerard?
Yes, it's a very great software. I'm glad to discover that. I'm like David, I think it's very easy to use. And I had this question because I don't know this platform, but could you also separate the video from audio?
You can't. You used to be able to, but you can't anymore. You can't separate it out. It used to be that you could take your video and just save it as an MP3, which means it would split it out and pull the video off and just save it as an MP3. But I don't think that it has that capability anymore.
Okay, so even inside, you cannot separate inside to have just the file, the video file and audio. Okay.
Nope.
I thought of that because this is sometimes available on different software. I thought of that for Gabriel, because in that case, he would have been able to see the Zoom, you know.
Yes, yes. That would be for something like Camtasia that has the multiple layers.
Exactly.
And then you can like move those layers around. But like he said, Camtasia can be a little tricky sometimes, and it will make you say dirty words.
No, I know Camtasia, yeah. Thank you.
There's no dirty words with Screencast-O-Matic. It's actually really, really easy to use.
It looks very easy.
Yeah, it is. It is. Dominic?
Yeah, I use the Screencast-O-Matic too, and what's great about it is it also has this narrating feature where you can overdub your audio. Like if you make a mistake or something like that, you can keep your video and just re-record your audio on top of it, especially if you're doing like the screen share.
That's right. That's exactly right. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that in the next little thing. But before I do, does anybody else have any other questions about what we've seen so far? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in, and I'm going to show you a couple more things that I do to get my video for YouTube. So I'm going to go back to Screencast-O-Matic, and we're going to talk about exactly what Dominic was just saying a minute ago, where you can narrate. So I've got a video that I'm going to add to the end of it, and then I've got an image that I want to add to the very beginning of it. And I don't think I want to leave this ending the way it is. So I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to take that. Helps you out. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. So I added, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, but I've got a short video that I'm going to add in here that says that, so I'm going to take it out. But I'm going to add some different narration. So I don't want to just delete this. I want to add some different narration to it. Oh, good. I just cha-chinged. So I'm going to go to the tools that I have, and I'm going to go to narrate. And when I click narrate, it gives me a little purple indicator, and I can hover over the entire area where I want to create a new audio. So I want to take that audio out, and I want to create a new audio. So I'm going to go ahead and click start, and I'm going to re-narrate. So I'm going to click start. And then all I have to do is click record, and it's got the screen here exactly like what it looks like with the other narration. So the screen is going to be the same. I just use different words in there. So I'm going to click record and re-record it. I just want to say thank you so much to my boot campers who were helping me create this video today in the YouTube Organic Marketing Bootcamp. So there we go. So I click done, and now it's added that in there. And now all I have to do is actually go through here and just make sure that it sounds exactly the way I want it. So I'm going to I just want to say, there we go. So I'm going to delete some of this blank space. And we'll go from here. Hope that helps you out. I just want to say thank you so much to my boot campers who were helping me create this video today in the YouTube Organic Marketing Bootcamp. There we go. So I was able to overwrite that audio with new audio, and it kept the screen exactly the way it was. So it didn't change the look of the video, it just changed the audio. So that's exactly how you do that. It's actually very, very easy to do. And so Gladys, if you were saying something and you said something like go to the top left and you meant the top right, you can actually just narrate over that and just say it again. And that will replace it with the new one, and you'll be ready to go. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Am I frozen? I'm frozen for me.
We hear you very well.
You're frozen. You're frozen, but we hear you.
You're frozen, and your face looks just beautiful.
Oh, yeah, sure does. I see it. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to show you a few more things that I do. The next thing I'm going to show you is how I add my beginning image. So I shared with you guys the other day that I use a thumbnail program called Thumbnail Blaster, I think. But you can do it any way you want to. You can do it using PowerPoint. You can create a PowerPoint screen and then take an image of it, a full screen image of it, and that can be your overlay. You can do it with Thumbnail Blaster. There's a lot of different programs out there. It matters not what you use. It just matters that you use it. So I'm going to show you the one that I use. I'm going to go to share my screen. And we'll go to the internet because that's where this bad boy's at. And let's see, I think it's over here. So thumbnail blaster. There we go. And I'm just gonna create a new thumbnail. So I'm gonna go to thumbnail creator and we'll let it load. There we go. And I'll start with no video, start from scratch. Oh no, not start from scratch. Let me go back. Cancel and close. There we go. And I'm just going to choose from one of these designs. So I have to be creative and think about what I'm going to call it. So maybe control, how to control with control. So that sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose that one because that looks great. And I'm going to click use template. And right here, we've got these letters. How to control with, and we'll make that one a little bit smaller. That's like way too big. So how to control with, and then I'll make a duplicate of that. So we'll duplicate it. Let me find duplicate. There we go. How to control with CTRL. And that's the short for control. And we'll make that a little bit bigger. Where'd the size go? Right there. Make it big. And then we will outline it. So we do the stroke. And there we go. We'll do that. And there. How's that look, you guys? Does that look good? Is that a good one?
Great.
Okay.
That looks good.
Okay. So Dominic, you just saw exactly how I made that cover for your podcast. So that's fine with me. So we're going to go ahead and do save and continue. And now I'm going to just download it as a JPEG. So there's my JPEG right there. And I'll open it up and I'm going to right click it and I'm going to save it to a location that I can find it again. So Builder All Graphics, that's a great place for it. And thumbnail 52. That's great. So save. And now it's saved so I can find it again. And then I'm also going to right click and I'm going to copy it to my clipboard. Okay, so if I go to my clipboard, all I need to do now is go to Screencast-O-Matic and I go all the way back to the very beginning. So let me slide that bar over and go all the way to the very beginning. And now all I have to do is actually go to Tools and go to Overlay. And then I'm going to overlay an image. So I'm just going to click Image. And it says, do you want to use the image that's in your computer clipboard? I'm going to say, heck yeah. Yes. And now it's going to drop that image on there. And now I can manipulate it and put it so that it takes up the whole screen. Just like this. Fabulous. And center it the way I want it. Let's see, that looks good. And what it does is it puts it in there default for 3 seconds. I don't want it to run that long. So I'm going to put it at maybe 1 second. Let me go up to 1. Go down to 1. There we go. And now I'm going to play it to see if it does what I want it to do. So I'm going to click OK and then play from the beginning. Hi, I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. And I wanted to show you how to use a special. All right, so did you see how that did? It's 1 second. It showed that image, then it faded out, and it went straight into the video. Right? Everybody got that so far? Great. So now I'm going to do a video at the end of it that reminds people to like, comment, and share. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm going to go all the way to the end, just like this. And right where that speaking stops, I'm going to put my little cursor. and I'm going to go to Tools, and I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to say Video File. So I can take an existing video file and drop it in here. So I'm going to click that. And from here, I've got a little video file that's named Like, Comment, and Subscribe. Let me go to it. So like, comment, and subscribe. So I'm going to click on that and then click Open. And it's going to drop it right here. So I click OK. And now it's taken that video and added it to at the tail end of my video. So now I can actually take a look here and just marketing bootcamp. Hey, if you like my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in joining Builderall, just go to www.builderallguru.com and I'll see you on the inside. Okay, so I added that at the end, and I can actually take that video, and where it says insert video file, here is where I inserted it. I can click on that, and I can choose to remove it if I don't want it there, right? But I'm going to keep it there because I actually really like it. But I want to do a transition. I want it to kind of fade out from this video to that video. So I'm going to click a little ways into this video, and I'm going to go to Tools and Transition. And I'm going to do 2-second transition, sounds good. And it's going to be a fade transition. I can change the way it does it, but this is fabulous by default. It does it fabulously. It kind of guesses what you need, and most of the time it guesses correctly. So I'm going to click OK. And now what I'm going to do is watch it again to make sure it does exactly what I want it to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click Marketing Bootcamp. Hey, if you like my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in joining Builderall, just go to www.builderallguru.com and I'll see you on the inside. So now what I want to show you happens is I've got some blank area here where there's no talking, but if I continue to play, you'll see that the image changes. And what I want to do is I want to have this image continue to go for about maybe 4 or 5 seconds. So what I can do is I can take this image and I can go to Tools, and I can go to Freeze Frame, and that's going to allow me to take this image and freeze the frame for as long as I want it frozen. So I'm going to click Freeze Frame, and then I'm going to, let me try it again. Tools, Replace, and Freeze Frame. There we go. And all I do is click and drag it for however long I want to freeze the frame, and then OK. So now what's going to happen is that image is going to be on screen for the rest of the video. So let me go ahead and check that and make sure that works. So on the inside. There we go. So that gives them time to look at that screen, look at my link at the bottom, so they can remember that they need to go to builderallguru.com. So now I'm actually done. I can't think of anything else that I need to do with the video. So I'm going to check with you guys and make sure you're still on board. You still with me? Great. So now I've got a couple choices, and those choices are, and I don't know why my screen is frozen. That's so weird. Just weird. But anyway, believe me, I'm smiling. But but what we can do now is we can either choose to save this as a video file and upload to YouTube that way manually. We can choose to use something like Restream to send it to YouTube and upload it to YouTube live and streaming, which will give us a little bit more oomph. Or we can actually send it straight to YouTube from Screencast-O-Matic. And that's usually the way I do it, is just send it straight to YouTube from Screencast-O-Matic. So I'm going to show you how I do that so you can see how it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And from here, all I have to do is click Done. And so now the whole video is done. I'm going to go ahead and name it because that's important. So I'm going to say how to control with CTRL. Fabulous. So now my video has a name, and I'm going to go ahead and upload it to YouTube. I've already connected my YouTube account. So all I have to do is click Upload to YouTube. And then I have to make sure I choose the right channel because I've got several channels that I upload to. I'm going to go to Builderall Master Training. and I can choose if it's listed or private or public. So I'm going to click public, and I can choose the category. I can do some settings with the cursor if I want to, and then I can actually choose the quality of the video as well. Now, when you're sending this up to YouTube through Screencast-O-Matic, you want to make sure you choose the higher quality so it doesn't blur on them. Otherwise, you'll get those little bitty letters will kind of be blurry, and it won't be a good experience. So you want to choose the higher quality. And then the next step is to just publish. And so now it's taken that video, it's encoding it and getting it ready, and it's going to send it to YouTube for me, so that all I have to do is go in there in a few minutes and actually add the thumbnail. So we're going to let that upload, and when it's done, I'll show you how I change the thumbnail. So everybody with me so far? Yay. So
Yes.
while that's uploading, let you guys ask me some questions. So go ahead. Gabriel.
Yeah, Shelly, so now once you upload the video, it's uploaded to YouTube, you got to go back to your channel to do any description under the video and the whatever.
Yes, but I have a default description. That's one thing I'm going to show you how to do tomorrow, is set up your default description so that when you upload a video, it automatically gets that description. Okay?
Yeah, so you get the description and links and all the other stuff for SEO, whatever.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Thank
absolutely.
Right.
Tyree?
Yes, if not today, tomorrow when you go back and show us about the video, I've heard you mention restreaming. If there's a site that we can use to do that, could you show that to us tomorrow also?
I'll see if I can. Yeah, I'll do my best to get Restream in there for you, okay?
Okay, because I want to see that because it was going to help me. And by the way, I have these, I have Screencast-O-Matic. I've paid them 3 years but hadn't even used it. I did not know that they updated the tools as they have. I'm going to start using it. I'm going to get that thumbnail platform that you have that you create the thumbnail. That's the only thing I don't have. Everything else I do. So you are really advancing me and taking away my researching curve to do the things you're doing. Thank you. It's saving me time.
That's great. Yay me. Yay you. All right, Gerard, and then I'll get Dominic.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for all this information. It's really like Terry saying, it's very precious to have all this information. Are you going to show tomorrow all this part on YouTube, like where you can link then at the end of your video towards another video, people they can click on it?
Yep, absolutely. We're gonna play with that a little bit, and we're gonna talk about tags, and we're gonna talk about all kinds of neat stuff. All the things that you need to do to your video once you do get it uploaded.
Okay, perfect. Because this is where I got confused with the end of the videos and the links and stuff like that. Thank you. That's good.
Awesome. You're welcome. Somebody was saying that I'm frozen because of the other camera, so let me disconnect Screencast-O-Matic. And it's published now, so I think I can close it. Let me make sure I can close it. And we'll go to the video, and we'll do the integrated webcam. There I am. So I'm actually still alive, you guys. So Dominic, do you have a question?
Yeah, what was the name of that software you're using? And my second question is, where's the unicorn and rainbow?
The software that I'm using for the thumbnails.
Mm-hmm. Is it free?
No, it wasn't free, but honest to goodness, let me take a look at it so you guys can actually see it. I think I got it off of AppSumo, but it's thumbnail blaster.
It was connected to Blaster Sweep, and
Yeah,
it was a
Blaster
one-time
Sweep.
thing, but it's not anymore. I actually went to look just for curiosity just now.
Oh, did you?
And it's very expensive. I really like from AppSumo, I like the one that's called Stencil.
Yeah, Stencil is actually really good too. There's been several people that have jumped in and said something about Stencil. I've had this, I don't know how long I've had this actually, but it is like super easy to use. I've heard Stencil super easy to use. Canva is of course easy to use. But the reality is you can use PowerPoint, you guys. If you guys have ever done PowerPoint as a thumbnail, all you have to do to use PowerPoint is you use one slide, just take the default size and create the slide how you want your thumbnail to look. So put a background on there, put the wording on there, everything you want on there. And then when you're ready, hit slideshow and let it go full screen, and then just do a print screen. That's all you got to do is do a print screen. And when you do a print screen, it puts that picture on your clipboard, and then you can paste it into, when you stop the slideshow, you can paste it into your slide, and then right click the image that gets pasted, right click it and do it as save picture, and it saves the slide as a picture. And then you can use that as your thumbnail. So up until I got this program, I was just using PowerPoint because it was super easy to use. So I kind of explained that, but you guys are looking at me like, yeah, I don't believe you, Shelly. I'm not sure. So did you guys understand? Do you want me to show you real quick how I do that? Yeah? Okay, let me show you real quick because this is important. I want you to be able to create the thumbnails because thumbnails are a huge influence on whether you get someone to look at your video or not. So let me share my screen, and I will open PowerPoint real quick. So we go here, and we'll open up PowerPoint, and I'm just going to do a blank presentation. And from here, I can do one of a bazillion things, right? So I just click right here. It gives me a lot of suggestions on design and background. We're just going to wing it. So I'll do that right there. And then I'm going to insert some text. So I'll do that right there. And Builderall boot camps are awesome. Fabulous. So I'll do that, and then I'll hover over all of that, and we'll center it, and we'll make it lots bigger. Woohoo! And then we'll make it white because we can. And then I'll move it around a little bit so we can put it in the right spot, just like that. And then I'm going to choose all of it and go bold and maybe choose a better font. So Arial Black. There we go. Arial Black saves the day. So we'll say that that is the thumbnail. We decided that's the exact thumbnail we wanted to use for our video. So all I need to do is click the slideshow, which is this button down here in the bottom right-hand corner. And when I do slideshow, it shows that full screen, right? Do you see where it shows that full screen? Now, for me, it's got the stop share because I'm sharing on Zoom. And it's also got the little box that says Shelly's talking. But normally, it would not have that, right? Not for you guys because you wouldn't be live on Zoom when you're doing it. So all I would do is just hold my, well, you guys have got a print screen on your keyboard. Mac users have print screen, and PC users, you have print screen. Find your print screen. For me, it's actually the function key and then the home button. So you might have to use a function key to be able to get it. But for me, I just function and home. And now I've copied that entire screen to my clipboard. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a new slide. And I'm going to delete everything that's in there. Maybe. Oh, it's just a funky slide. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do Control V as in paste, right? V as in violin. So I'm going to paste it. And there's my image that I took full screen. Now remember, yours won't have the share on it, and it won't have this little black, you know, Shelly Turner's talking. But now all I do with this image is right click it and go to save as picture. And when I save it as a picture, I can now use it in YouTube as a thumbnail. Okay, let me check your eyeballs and see if you got it. Yeah? Yep. Yeah. So what you can do is you can create a standard thumbnail in PowerPoint and then just change the wording or change it up a little bit, and then, you know, screen capture it and save it as a picture, and you're good to go. So you don't have to have the thumbnail blaster or stencil or even jump into Canva. You can start creating your own if you want to create your own, and you can just do that with regular plain old PowerPoint. Okay, got it? Okay, so next thing I want to do is actually jump into YouTube and we're going to make sure that that video uploaded, and then we're also going to add my thumbnail there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to share screen, and we'll jump into YouTube. So let's go to YouTube. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. And youtube.com. And then I'll go to my channel. So your channel. And we'll see if it uploaded. There it is right there. How to control with CTRL. So I'm going to go ahead and click it.
Hi, I'm Shelly Turner.
Wow. Okay. So now I'm going to go to edit video. So I'm going to click that. And that's what allows me to go ahead and edit that video and make some changes. So right here, I can add in my description. I'm not sure why it didn't get a description because I have a default description, but I will check that out. But it doesn't really matter, because if it didn't get the description, all I have to do is go in here to YouTube in another window, just like this. I can go to my channel, just like this. And then go to the next video that does have the description, just like this. And then edit the video. And I'm just going to do Control A inside the description box, and then Control C to copy it. And then I'm just going to bounce over to the other video, and we'll add that description in just like that. So boom, just like that. And so now I have the title, I have the description, and now I can do the thumbnail. So I'm going to click Custom Thumbnail right here. And I'm going to go to my Builder All Graphics area. I think I named it Thumbnail 52. So let's find it. So Thumbnail 52 right there. And open. And there's my custom thumbnail. And so I've changed the description. I've changed the thumbnail. I need to click Save. And now everything's ready to go. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about that description and what's important about the description. We're going to be talking a lot more about what we do after we get the video uploaded, and some neat tricks to get you some SEO action and to convince your users to open up your video. So now we're all done. If I go back and go to my channel, we should see that now with the thumbnail on it. Well, it may take a minute to show up, but in a couple of minutes, oops, let me stop that. In a couple of minutes, this will be updated with the thumbnail, and people will see that thumbnail. And if you notice, the thumbnails are like really different. So this may be a determining factor on whether they open the video or not. So what we covered today, you guys, was being able to create your videos. I use Screencast-O-Matic. You can use any video creator. They're not going to be that incredibly different. The tools that you use inside the video creator, you'll still be able to cut, you'll still be able to paste, you'll still be able to insert video, you'll still be able to overwrite the audio. All of those features are in other video editors as well. It's just that with me being so familiar with Screencast-O-Matic, that's the one I wanted to go through with you guys to show you exactly how you can do it. We also added the thumbnail at the very beginning to do like the intro. We added the little bitty video at the end to remind people to like, comment, and subscribe. And tomorrow, we talked about uploading the video and then adding the custom thumbnail. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about everything we need to do after we upload the video to get hit on SEO and be found inside of YouTube, which is a very noisy place. So any questions on what we've covered? No? Did I blow your mind today? Yay, my work is done here. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Thank you again for being here. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for another episode of YouTube Organic Marketing Live Bootcamp. All right. You guys have a great one, and I'll see you later.
Thanks, Kelly. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye.